Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm obviously playing Stanley Parable again. I'm very curious the changes that were made after changing the name to Stanley Parable 2. We'll see what's different. If you remember from last week at the very beginning, it told me to put my favorite time into the game rather than whatever, because it was rewarding me for being the right time. I don't know if it's lying though, so I don't know if I should put my favorite time. Oh, there we go. Which is 7:35. I don't know why. I was just gonna put 7:35 a.m. That's the number that popped into my head. Or if I should put the real time. I don't know what to do, because it might have just been a joke. There's like so many different factors in this game that I just don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna err on the side of caution just so I don't get dinged, and let's just put the real time. And yeah, obviously I'm just jumping into it because it's right here. So sit back and I hope you enjoy all the weirdness that I'm sure is about to ensue. 9:48 p.m. your favorite time of day. Or, could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 9:48 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 9:48 accurate? You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. Gross. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple of new ones up. Should be ready the next time you boot up the game. Oh my god. Should I just boot it up again? Dude, I don't know, man. Let's see. I'm gonna quit to desktop. And then we are going to boot this up again. Oh, oh no, did it actually delete stuff? Oh god. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. This is new. I didn't do this. There we go. Confirm. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes number 9. Oh, so all of these are... Okay. Let's do this one. These are all the sliders. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to you? Scrimtosh, obviously. Please don't adjust this slider. Confirm. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is it the time that it is right now? Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yes. What time is it anyway? Oh, what is time anyway? Sorry. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help. Yes? Will you come back to visit me? Yes? This is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna quit to desktop one more time. Let's see what it gives us this time. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game settings to your exact specification, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. Oh! There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you, and you don't know me, and neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone, and like being alone. Oh, you like being alone, don't you? Yeah, kind of actually, especially when I'm gaming. That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. Aw. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Ooh, where you be? I'm still waiting for something to be, like, interactable. Is that a word? It is now. I'm just smashing the E button. I'm trying to find him. Dang it. Alright, let's just begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I wonder if anything is different.
Stanley worked for a company in a big
There's
building where he was employee number 427.
Oh my god.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Yes.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Indeed.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Yeah.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh my god. Yo, if everything has been like added to this game, I want that. That hole better be a thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh my god, look at all the balloons. Wait, was that there all along? I don't remember that. Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Bucket! Surname access. Oh my god, I got the bucket. Bucket, bucket, bucket. Let's close. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to close all the doors. I don't know why, but I just want to close all the doors. Okay. Come here. Oh, will it not let me? Lame! Ah, it won't let me close that one. How about this one? Okay, I can. Sick. Uh-huh. Oopsies. There we go. I don't know why I'm making that important, but it is now. Beautiful. Alright. Nice. Still nothing in there. I need to find the back room
Stanley
again.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and
Yes.
entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I agree. Thank you, Bucket. Always trust the Bucket. One of these days, I'm hoping one of those things will be around. Can I close this door? No, it won't let me.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Yes.
Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
It is.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Agreed. Whoa. Whoa. There's like a texture.
Truly, being here with the
hell?
bucket was a
Interesting.
grand adventure.
I know,
Stanley
right?
reflected on all they'd
Is that
been
blood?
through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling
Yes.
journey the bucket had inspired.
I agree.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Bucket's never
Stanley
wrong.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight
Crap.
ahead to the opposite door.
Crap. I can't remember what's down here. I think this is where we find the
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you
computer.
found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
It's the broom closet! We care about you, Stanley.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Oh my god.
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable.
don't
It's just
care.
sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans
my
want from a
God.
sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never
It's the
seen
broom
before.
closet? Oh.
Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans
Sure.
want. Let's do it.
I wonder if this will start yelling at me if I stay in here. Will it? Come on, yell at me. Eh. They're not gonna yell at me. Unfortunate. Alright. What's behind here? Eh, nothing. Okay.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh god. Oh. It's this again. Raw assets, the only map. Engine import. Oh my goodness.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you
Sure.
remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was
Oh
back
my
then.
God.
Let's do it for the fans, Stanley.
What
Let's
the
give them
hell?
more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No. Do not make me give up Bucket. You've already made me give up the whole... Don't make me give up Bucket! Oh god. It's gonna make me give up Bucket. Oh no. I don't want to give up Bucket. This is just like Companion Cube. I don't want to give up Companion Cube, and I don't want to give up Bucket. Oh god.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No!
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
God.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
No.
True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
Rude.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye
Insert
to the
bucket to destroy.
and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No, I will not, sir. Nah.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No.
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
I
Destroying
don't care.
buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure,
No.
I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
I agree.
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise
Oh my
the
God.
fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get
Good.
back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want.
Oh my
hurry
god.
and...
That's hilarious.
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
I wouldn't go that far, but sure. Bucket is better. I'm assuming most people did not destroy Bucket. Dang. I just realized I'm wearing the wrong shirt. I'm not wearing my Stanley Parable shirt. Like I said I would. I should go do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go put on my Stanley Parable shirt. Just to make everything cohesive. Alright, that is better. Now we are in the proper game mode. Should put on my glasses too, just cause I honestly should wear them all the time when I'm looking at a screen, but you know, I don't wanna all the time.
All of his co-workers were
That and I
gone.
forget.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No. They actually got rid of my button. No, there's the bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office.
Yes.
Nothing responded to the bucket's touch.
Rude.
But it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
True. Bucket must touch everything.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting
I
room.
don't care.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Yes.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Agreed.
And here it was. Had the
Yes.
bucket turned out to be correct? Was this...
Yes.
No, never mind. The bucket
I'm just
was
going
gone.
so fast.
Stanley took the door on his left to go
Gotta
back
go
to the meeting
fast.
room.
Go fast.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death that they might die in one another's arms. How
Oh my
deeply
God.
touching.
Me and the bucket, at least we're together until the end. I appreciate that. Okie dokie.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm not
Stanley
touching
decided
anything.
to go to the meeting room. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as
Yes.
Stanley embraced the bucket.
Yes.
Stanley
We
clutched
cruising.
the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to
I
the
don't
meeting
care.
room. But Stanley
I think
had
there's
felt
a
the
path,
bucket
actually,
calling to him, telling him that the
in that room that I
employee
just went
lounge
into.
was simply the place to be.
Yes.
And here it was. Had
Yes.
the bucket turned out to be correct? Was
Yes.
no, never mind.
Bucket is
Bucket
never
was wrong.
wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Bucket is never wrong.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Okay,
The cargo
let's
lift,
see.
yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
There's the collectible. Oh my God. Yo, we found a No!
Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket.
Damn it.
his
Okay, well, we
dearest friend.
found something.
So he threw himself to
I
his
thought that
death,
there was a
that they
thing.
might die in one another's arms.
Alright, we
How
will be
deeply
finding the
touching.
collectibles. Yeah. Alright. Here's hoping I don't die
All
again.
of his co-workers were gone.
Unless it is
What could it
futile.
mean?
Maybe you act it's
Stanley
just
decided
there
to go to the meeting room.
for you to keep
Warmth
trying and
spread
trying and
through
trying and
Stanley's
trying.
arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Yes.
Stanley
Agreed.
clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Shut
But
up,
Stanley
you.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
Quiet,
him that
you.
the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes.
And here it was. Had the
Yes.
bucket turned out to be correct? No,
Yes.
never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Come on, me. Don't
No,
die.
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Let's see. Oh, frack. We did it. Uh-huh. This is so dangerous.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
I
you
do
can't
feel
buy
good.
that sort of happiness, Stanley.
Agreed.
God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful
I
figurines.
feel very good. Perfect. Now how the frack do I get down? I think I just have to die. Don't I? I don't think that there's...
But Stanley feared that any path
Yeah,
he walked
I don't think there's
might
any way to
lead
get
the
down.
separation of himself and the bucket.
At least I got
his
the
dearest
collectible.
friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms.
Mm-hmm.
How deeply touching.
There's still more to do in that room, I think.
Even now,
There's the
Stanley's
platform
office
that
was a
moves.
distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, but Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be
Shit,
alone
am I-
again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
Input received. Okay, so things have changed again. Ah, I shouldn't have sped through that. I didn't realize until it was too late that it was starting to say new
Stanley
things.
pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office.
Shit.
Nothing responded to the
that's
bucket's
fine.
touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief.
Everything is
in-
okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Whee!
to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting
Quiet
room.
you.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Always.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Yes.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
Okay, we're
lift, yes.
here.
Go. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Yes.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly... Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend.
Damn it. I
So
was
he threw
hoping
himself
that
to his
skip
death,
button would actually
that they
be
might
there.
die in one another's arms.
Damn
How
it.
deeply touching.
That sucks.
Even now,
As you
Stanley's
saw, there
office
was
was a
that
distant
door.
memory. What did it look like? There was a computer,
Figurine
perhaps, and a
Finders
painting.
Committee
Was it
meeting.
a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Is it raining? Wait, was there no...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace
It's like
of his
raining now.
co-workers.
Everything is new.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the
There's
office,
so
but it
many
didn't make
subtle
a single
changes.
difference.
Was this
Nor
ever
did
here?
it advance the story
It's
in
trying
any
to get me
way.
to
The good old bucket.
go.
Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Oh, input received. So there's an... Interesting. Okay. Cool. Okay. So every time, I guess I have to find a new computer? That has the thing on it? The input? Intriguing. Huh. It's trying to make me
Stanley
go
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
here
and entered the door on his left.
because there's that figurine thing, and I've been baited. I know I have been baited, but I want... There will be a reward for finding them all. How we can find them? We need more planks. Was this here before? Like the writing. Warehouse access plan, produce one plank to allow ease of access past fence, construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Oh, so we got that one. Okay, yeah, we definitely got that one. Retrieve Chris's remains from the warehouse floor. Construct new structurally sound bridge. Mission status inside of a sequel exhibit. So we got that one. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Nearby a fireplace. We found the fireplace. Maybe we didn't... Okay. A private but smelly place for an important person. Okay, so I know where that is. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. Okay, I'm gonna do what I usually do because I don't know if this is gonna be here forever, so I'm gonna take a screen picture. There we go. Lol, looks like 427. Yeah, 427. Ha ha ha. 5 there be. Just take it from me. Gotta collect them all. Who are you, 666 lol? There will be cleaning of this wall required. I want to go home. I want them so much. Stop kidding yourselves. There will be a reward for finding them all. Oh my god. Clues. C drive. Yo. Hold the phone. I'm gonna go look on my computer, see if anything's actually there. See clues. My clue .jpg. Damn it. Okay. No. I have played games where they do that kind of stuff, so that's why I had to check. Fine. Be that way. Okay, so there's the toilet. Help, I'm a post-it. Where are they? Please. Do not leave the office before reporting back on any new findings. Teamwork and communication are of great importance during this unprecedented time of investigation. Artists rendering. Agenda. How can you tell you've spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Follow clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room? Thank you. Good luck. Some more toilet. Source of levitation. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up. How do we find them? Bottom text. To whom it may concern, I picked up... I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our... Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have synergized our... We have to... there may be questions. There is no memo from management. Okay, we've already watched that. Local studio sources using an array of cardioid microphones, also known as directional microphone, which picks up sound from a particular area. Analysis of the recordings allow me to triangulate the source of the strange noise. Data shows that in all likelihood it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks to be reverberance. Oh my god, whatever. I suck. Off a porcelain surface. Anyone have leads on this? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes. Weird spinning figures. Employee 421 building a bridge. Saw one in cargo room. Okay, we watched that one. Do we need contracts for them? Bonus stuff. What we forgot. What we don't know yet. What we know. Potential liability. Can we sell them? Obviously. More money if sold together. How many are there? 6. Why floating? Dreams. Magnets. Training exercise by management? Our quarterly success magic. Employee 003. Why do why do they kind of look like 427? Should we make them employees? Interns? Yes, maybe. Money? Stock options or data? What do they want? Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. Fair. Figurine finder committee. F files, pieces of evidence. It's an upside down. Okay. Alright. We looked everywhere.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Yes.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Yes.
You can feel that, can't you? The
Yes.
aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
That's fair.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no.
Not
Getting
going
into
to.
name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
I won't do
Stanley,
it.
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons. Even this is worse than I had imagined.
Oh my goodness.
Now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient,
Rude.
that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really
Yeah.
tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
How
Expand on the
rude.
wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
Yes.
Go through each of them point by point.
Yes.
Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of
Oh
your
my
feelings for the
God.
bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Bleh. Bleh.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Property
There.
of Stanley!
Now it's settled. No more
Hell
debate,
yeah.
no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all
Yeah.
your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah. Shake a fist at you. This is my
All right,
bucket.
I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Oh my god.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Thank you, kindly.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket,
my
but now
God.
the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display.
Yeah.
You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Oh my god. Alright. Stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Stairs. Yes!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
I like
Stanley
that.
figs.
No.
What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
I like the
Another
first one.
Stanlerine under your belt.
Dope. I can't read that. Whoa. Eh.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
now I'm in the loop.
something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He
We
looked
are.
down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked
Yes.
the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal,
What?
everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely
I
no
can't
good would
believe
come from
this.
this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Wait, where's my bucket?
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very good.
Ah, my bucket left
Now he
me.
felt himself floating off the ground.
Oh god.
Gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad.
Yes.
Where is it? I must find it.
Yeah, where the
Far
hell
off
did
in
it
the
go?
distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Where are you?
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Bucket.
Could it truly
Oh.
be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next.
Where's
None
my
of them were his. None of them were his
bucket?
special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
I'm
He had
trying,
to find the
buddy.
bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly,
Bucket.
he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
In my
The real
head.
bucket was inside of him all along.
Yeah.
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony
Bucket.
and blacked out.
Damn it. Bucket.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Excuse me?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose. got
Oh wait,
dressed,
we've
picked up her
kind
bucket
of gone
comfort
through
and
this,
security,
if I remember
and walked to her
correctly.
place of work.
Yeah.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
Everything is
Perhaps
solved
he
with
didn't even
bucket.
realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work.
for which
Fair.
a bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck
Oh my
yes, she
God.
thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Oh my god. Good old Mariella. Mariella, yeah. Meeting. Oh, look at that. Got meeting things
All of his
everywhere.
co-workers
All right,
were
let's.
gone.
Oh,
What could it mean?
They
Stanley
never
decided to
sent it
go to
in
the
there.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
ooh.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah. Wait. Did I say a lie? I can't read that. Okay. It's my bucket again! Okay, I'm looking for a computer that I can have an input on. Nothing though.
Where are we
Bucket.
going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they
we're
went
going to have
together
fun.
would be perfectly fine with him.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Yes.
This was not the correct way to the
I
meeting room.
don't care.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And
Yep.
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I want to try and get to
Stanley
that.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, sir. I will not listen to you.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't
I
go
wanna
to the
go into
meeting
this
room.
catwalk.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good.
Said the bucket.
I want to go
Now
there.
ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the
Wow.
bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the
Yes.
bucket asked.
Sick. I did it. I didn't fall. Damn it. Alright. Where the hell does this lead? Danger everywhere. There. 2B1. Okay. Have I been here before?
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how
Oh.
could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
Oh
Which,
my
if
goodness.
that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
Oh,
This
no.
misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the
No.
entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
God dang
So
it.
much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of
Oh,
what
I'm just
is
locked in
and
here.
isn't a bucket.
Shit.
Please, step in here for a moment.
No. Uh-uh. Nope, 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 nope. Warning, do not stand on this side of fence. Oh, God. It's too dark.
Now then,
Oh my
I'm going to run you
God.
through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us
Okay.
everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Uh-huh. Oh my
Item
God.
1. Is this a bucket?
Yes?
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh my goodness.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a
Oh my
3D
God.
printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
But it's still a bucket. It doesn't matter how it's been produced. Oh, this thing
Item
is just
3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
I thought it was gonna be like, yeah, it's a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Oh my goodness.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
What the heck is he gonna send him? Oh, I can't get down. Aw, lame.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket.
I wish I would have pressed.
Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think?
Yes.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
You are.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay,
Why?
here we go.
No.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Everything was a bucket.
Was everything a bucket?
Yeah.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
There you go.
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
True.
Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
I don't know if it's wonderful.
I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets. Okay?
Thank you.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Okay. Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Thanks, dude. Jesus. The phone's ringing.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Again, that's new. Beautiful. Alright. There's no computers that have the input button on it. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
A good bucket. A strong bucket. A humble bucket. A committed bucket. A bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Okay, we're going back over here and actually going all the way up.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Agreed.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Okay.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly
Here we
did whatever the
go.
bucket asked.
I don't remember what's up here.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Huh. Oh god. I hate dark rooms. It's just a bunch of cigarette butts.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone.
I should have waited.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh! Is this my— oh my god, there's my picture of Bucket! Oh. It's 0 o'clock, alright. Technically that— no. Yeah, technically that is the time. It's midnight. Bucket! Hello Stanley, it's me, your Bucket. Press Q to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Oh my god. Oh, I can't turn that off. Okay. We going to work today, Bucket. Take me back home with you. Let's see. Can I go farther? No. Boss.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen
No.
to me. It's just a bucket. It
No.
can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Bucket. Don't listen to the loud man.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press V to ignore anyone in your life except me. Yeah, I'm down.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
I mean, kinda. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Go back home. Yes, sir.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
It doesn't.
It's just a little more, what am I trying to say?
It's refined.
Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
Yeah.
Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Where's my bucket? Oh, there it is. Press X to relive that same day with me over and over. Yes.
Oh my god, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's
Bucket!
literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press X to go home to work to home to work to home to work.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket.
Oh, no.
Oh God, is
What's
this a
going
shrine
on?
to
Why do I
Bucket?
want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's
Oh my
wrong
God.
with me? I don't understand.
Sensual
Perhaps
bucket
if I had the
time.
bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Yeah.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
Nope.
I
Nope.
need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Go back to work, Stanley. Not without my bucket. Oh, he took my bucket. He took my bucket.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Aww. At least I have my
Embrace of an old
bucket.
friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at my phone. Where were the others? I know something about red and blue, so okay. So we got stairs. Near a fireplace. Where the hell did we go for the fireplace again? Oh, I remember. Okay, we gotta go back to the
bucket
fireplace.
tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket
Unless there's
calling
more
to
than
him,
one fireplace.
telling him
Oh, there
that
is
the
a
employee
fireplace in
lounge
the
was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
whatever you
Was
call
there-
it.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his
the
left
dude's
to go back, and so the two of them
place.
detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Okay. Damn it. I think I screwed up. I should have just gone down the thingy. Dang it. Okay, some are both red and blue near fireplace. Okay. So there's the bathroom. I don't know where the red and blue thing is. He's locked me out of the broom closet. Oh no, it didn't.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours.
Yeah.
But alas, no stickers.
There's always stickers. Give me more stickers. Please? Come on, narrator. Rude. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Is there
boss's
more than
office.
just... Okay, yeah, no, that's just the loop. I don't think there's anything else down there. I don't think. Okay. Let's go to the toilet.
Lately, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines
God.
and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates
I like
the
the first
intrinsic
name you
sense of
gave.
happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Okay. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast. Money crisps. Alright, we have 2 more collectibles to find. One is in the red and blue place, the other is in a fiery place. Hello? There you go. Have I been? Oh yeah. Panda. Bing bong. Bing bong. Stanley. I got really good moves. It's like fluid. God, I'm lame. Oh, I thought it would be Bucket and me. I thought it would be different with the bucket, but it's not. There's gotta be something. Hello,
Stepping into his
fireplace.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if
2748?
not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would.
Dang it.
And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Dang
At
it.
this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply
I
being
can't
near the
remember
bucket
what this
did he
is.
have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845. I thought I did.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Dang it.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay, so fireplace. I don't know where. Okay, so there's. What was the hint? Nearby a fireplace. Nearby a fireplace. I don't think it's... Is it in here? Oh shit. I was stuck to a wall. Nearby a fireplace, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it might be there.
Close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You
Yes.
can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Oh my goodness. My life is complete, almost. I don't know where the blue and red place is.
The elevator raced downward,
Where the heck
plummeting
is it?
towards an unknown fate. It would be
Dang, I
all
don't know.
Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Yes.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket
I
is
always
here for you,
feel
Stanley.
good with the bucket.
Everything will be fine.
I agree.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Where's the red and blue place? I honestly can't remember.
The lights rose
Where the
on an
heck is
enormous
it?
room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I don't think it's in here. I could be
The
wrong.
monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The
Where's
bucket had never
416?
seen
'Cause they
anything
mentioned
like
like
this,
something
and it very
funky
nearly
about
burst into tears
416.
as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
416 is down there. $416 is there? Interesting. I can't remember what 416 did. It had something to do with the figurines.
Was the
though.
bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
I do not have a feeble mind,
No!
sir.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
See this?
Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
This seems blue,
As
and
the
that's
cold reality of
definitely
his past
red.
began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Okay, mind controls. Idle, awaiting input.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Should I press on or off? Let's do off. This might be red and blue, I'm not sure.
Stanley and the bucket waited in
I don't think it
blackness.
is. Dang it.
Was it over?
Where's the red and blue?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
I can't.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life
I was
they wanted
looking
to
too
live
high up.
once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped?
Yeah,
Was Stanley
what
and the
hell?
bucket not about to be freed?
Let me out.
An unbearable silence filled the room.
I just want to
lingering
watch
in
a movie with
uncertainty,
my bucket.
until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
Oh my god. We're stuck here, bucket.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
Yes.
To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
No. Ugh. Damn it. What do we do?
All of his co-workers were gone. What
What
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Should I... I wonder what'll happen if I just leave the bucket. Let's try leaving the bucket. See if the game starts to yell
When
at
Stanley
me.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Can I get through? Yeah. Can't. Okay. Both red and blue. Red and blue. So purple?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay, so it'll just repeat itself because I don't have a bucket.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an
Okay.
empty broom closet.
Yeah.
No reason to coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think I fucked up by not taking bucket. I wonder if there's gotta be.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible.
I still like doing
he
this.
didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Nope.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he
Quite you.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
I shouldn't have. There's still so much to do with the bucket. I should
Feeling
have just.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Open sesame. Or sesame? Sesame? I don't know. Beep, 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 beep. I screwed up by not taking the stupid bucket.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Yeah,
Mind
yeah,
Control
yeah.
Facility.
Pressed the wrong button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength
Sneezy McGee.
to find out?
I wonder if it'll yell at me if I try to escape without the bucket. That's what I'm gonna try and do.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building,
Indubitably.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images
Where
on a
is
screen.
that?
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place. Where
Oh, I should
freedom meant
totally look
nothing.
for blue and purple. Both blue and purple. Right there. How do I get there? 236. It looks like someone's in there, potentially. 236. Hold on. My memory is so trash, I need to write this down. 236. No, go away. I think it was 236. Let's see if there's other. Okay, so 236. How do I get there? I don't see any more red and blue yet. Okay. No, I'm not seeing anything. I don't know how I would get to 236 because all the doors are locked, correct? What does that say? Error, can the real error... I see, alright. How do I get there?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
And then there's the
emotions had been
corrupt one in
manipulated to
234.
accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
What
it.
is
His
that?
own life in someone else's control?
There's a
Never.
red phone
It was
and everything.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Can I go
happy
up there?
or sad
I can't
or
remember.
content. Walking, eating, working. All of it
Wow.
monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
Ow.
began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over
Dang it.
another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't think I can get up there. I think it only opens once you totally screw something up. Okay. Alright, let's go. System power.
And when at last he found...
Let's see if I just get yelled at for abandoning my bucket.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Let's see.
Yes. He had won. He had
Indeed.
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yeah.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed
I
from the
wonder if you
machine's
ever find
grasp?
out.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Yes.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
There's no such thing as happiness. Oh, I forgot that it does things.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Okay,
would
I
it
need to
mean?
find...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker.
So there is a
Stanley pressed the
bucket.
bucket upon every little thing in the office.
Welcome
Nothing
to the
responded
whiteboard
to the
ending.
bucket's touch, but it
Dog
did little
mode.
to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Dog mode? I can't believe I got... Oh my god.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh my god. Oh my god, everything I do is a dog. Okay, let's find... Was it 236? Wait. Yeah, 236. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. Oh my god. Park. Oh shit. Eh. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Indeed.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Crushed by the
27...
weight of this
Nope.
revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the
2,
soothing
8,
presence
4,
of the bucket.
5.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Indeed.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yes.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
I like how he doesn't
This
yell
is
at
certainly
me.
the most logical explanation.
Yes. Again, I couldn't find 236 though. I think I have to go the wrong way and maybe find it? Whee!
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control. Although
Let's
this
go
passageway
this
had
way.
the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this
Is
hall,
that-
Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Beautiful.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every
Wait,
opportunity to turn
because
around
this is a
and
weird
get back
one.
on track.
I wonder if I can... I wonder if I can get the good ending. Or not the good ending, but like escape, because this one is different.
But of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized
Yes.
they simply had too much to live for.
Yes.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Whee!
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket
We are
had never
not
seen
here
anything
for
like
your
this, and it very
playthings.
nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
I'm a caring parent to this bucket.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
Yes.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed
Never.
the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Always trust bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert...
Am I just gonna get the same ending again? Because it was different.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
It was different.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
Yeah, it's
Stanley
just gonna
wanted to
give me
sneeze
the
in
same
every
ending.
country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
Damn.
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust,
Always.
to support. What? Wait, what was happening?
I wasted
Why
time
had the
doing
door
that.
stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Damn it.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
I wouldn't want him to leave either. I
Even
would
the
want to keep
facility
him all
itself
for
recognized
myself.
the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right?
I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Dang it. That was a waste of time. I thought maybe because it was different.
Stanley
it
had
would have
never
been
seen
fine.
the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Not
Bucket.
everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Very.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Do not care.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling
How
to
do I
him,
get to
telling him
236?
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no?
Oh, I
mind.
don't have the bark.
Bucket was wrong.
Lame.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Was there something? I can't remember if there was another thing to do down
Oh,
here.
good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see,
Oh,
your
okay.
friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here
Okay,
because we
we've already
care
done
about you
this.
very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
Don't talk shit
Yes,
about
I
my
know I'm the one who
bucket.
gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's
Was
do
there
it.
another?
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh,
Was
and
there
it
another
played
thing
some
to do
silly
this
music
way?
as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all
Wow,
about.
that-
Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we
Get
want
to
to
the
do
red and
that,
blue
you're
room.
going to have to give something up.
I'm just
Don't
gonna
you get it,
sacrifice the
Stanley?
bucket this time.
We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
Yes.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
God, I hope this doesn't
I think
screw
it'll
up
make a
bucket
wonderful
forever.
new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to
Good
me it
time.
already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
Let me in there.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I'm trying.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
I'm
I don't know
trying.
what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
bucket doesn't
Destroying
wanna go
buckets
in.
is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying,
Damn it.
how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the
just
pantheon
won't-
of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you'd see that its
Rude.
desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like
Damn it.
10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I
I'm
wonder
just
what
gonna
sort
spam
of Bucket
this
Destroyer
until the
merchandise the
machine
fans will be clamoring
blows.
for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset
I'm
now. You
trying.
have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn
I'm
bucket.
trying.
Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Damn. Damn.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Mm-hmm. I tried to feed him, man. I tried to do it, but it wouldn't go. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Blech.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now what do I gotta do?
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Stanley
Have I done
clutched the
everything
bucket
over
tightly
here?
to his
I think
chest
so.
and entered the door on his left.
Okay. Yeah. Eh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
All right,
walked
let's
upstairs
go.
to the boss's office.
Press the on button with the bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the
La
correct
la
code
la
by
la
sheer
la.
luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Bucket equals friend. Glomp. Okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through
I haven't
the large
tried to
door
die
that
that
read,
way either,
Mind Control Facility.
but let's do this version first. Eh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Button.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Nothing is ever fine. Nothing's ever
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told
Never.
to do things
You
it
can't
didn't wish to
corrupt
do?
my
What
bucket.
kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
We are
These
going to
questions
turn
raced
on the
furiously in
system.
Stanley's feeble mind.
Maybe the bucket will have the
He
code
screamed into
to
the
turn
bucket.
off.
He couldn't accept it. His
the
own life in someone else's control.
self-destruct.
Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Let me
But
in,
here
let
was
me
the
in,
proof.
let me in.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his
Alright.
past began to
Press
sink in,
on.
Stanley decided that this machine... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley
It was
gasped
definitely the bucket.
in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Oh yeah.
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds.
It is different.
The control buttons became active again.
Oh my god. Birds. Oh my god.
Stanley flipped through one video of
Birds!
silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
Birds.
It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Oh, like
Of
bird
all the possible
videos.
paths his life could have taken,
This one was surely the best.
Uh-huh.
And Stanley was happy.
Good. Yay, I got to switch through all the birds. Oh my goodness. Well, I think this is gonna be the end of the video. I think there's probably gonna be one more video after this. Maybe. I feel like I'm running out of things to do. I don't want this video getting too long. I feel like there's probably like another hour, maybe 2, but yeah, I don't want this turning into like a super long video. So I hope you're still enjoying the Stanley Parable. I know I am. I'm still kind of hoping that there's like big revelations and stuff. So that's it for me now. So I will talk to y'all later. I hope you have a good night, a good morning, or whatever it is wherever you are, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.